With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Hey, check that, street.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And some room to roam now. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And making the tackle there, Jacoby Durant. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, Brent, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They got the ball now following it. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Hall of Famer, Junior Seau. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackman. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
On the return is Lamb. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The incomplete pass. Here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Inside handoff. Henry. And some space here. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. CeeDee Lamb from 19 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Play fake. Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Play action now. Cousins. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After one, it's 9-0. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And that throw had no shot.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. From the 27, Cousins. They'll find his man. That's Taylor again. The Rams going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by the veteran Richard Sherman. And the Commanders are going to have now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Looking deep for Jennings. It's caught inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And he missed it. It's no good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Henry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. Off the play fake, Cousins. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. On play action, Cousins. And he's is going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Mean Joe Green, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. To try again after the sack. Cousins eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They hand this one to Gronk. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is caught. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. C.D. Lamb. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty, so that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A first down throw for Cousins. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. Finding space at the 40. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Cousins on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by two-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd and 16. They'll drop to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. And now here is another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And they will take a knee here. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. Washington going to send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And that one is incomplete, and now we're inside of 10 seconds. Just 9 remain. On 2nd and 10, Cousins. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters. And this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well. And they free kick it from the 20 now. Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things. Not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was playing in this one.
Yeah, they certainly brought their A-game, didn't they? They weren't fooled by anything that was presented to them from start to finish. That defense, they might as well have told their offense, guys, just kick a field goal. We've got it today.
So that'll do it for Charles Davis, the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This one fielded at the 5.
See their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Carr. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. John Randall dropping the hammer. Defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Batted by the safety, but caught anyway. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From the 30 on second down. Carr. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by two-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 17, Mike 17.
Henry up the middle. Runs over it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll run it again with Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 more on that one and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Samuel. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You ain't got nothing. 17's Mike 17.
Now a handoff to Henry. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 2nd and 9, Carr. Oh, what a grab, Moss. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line. To throw is Carr. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And they'll accept that penalty. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Carr to try again after the pick-6. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Carr going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Got a man. It's Randy Moss. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. John Randall. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play call.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The pitch to Henry. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They'll set up a throw. Johnson's got it complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 33-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's finest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a.
With all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at
all. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down and 7. Inside handoff, Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
This will be caught by Randy. Now the ball comes loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long...
And the Niners get there and bring him down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That ball is caught on the full extension dive by the Hall of Famer Rice. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Jerry Rice, 44 yards. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the former 49er, Deion Sanders. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's going to be Samuel with a run. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Henry running right. A little juke. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again to Henry. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Remember, that was 4th at a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up right just to a quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Niners are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a gain of 6, and that will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
In your face. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Running left, it's Henry. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now a handoff running through the middle. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
He's going to take another shot here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And the 49ers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
A 1st down carry for Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. 163 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Derrick Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. McPherson now for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check 3, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Back to throw here. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll look to throw. And it's a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They find some open field here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 33 yards that time.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
Check 50, check 50.
Henry is in. Touchdown, Commanders. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And the reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he's flushed out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away but could not. They're going to look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with a football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the 2nd half gets underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
A third quarter now, a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Inside handoff, Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Trap 60.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. The 20, 10. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he goes diving forward to try to get an extra yard or 2. 2nd and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. Touchdown! From a yard out. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
2nd and 15. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll set up to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Panther 60. Panther 60. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Hey, Mike 20. Mike 20. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Hey, Mike 20. Mike.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Let's go, D. Double time. Double time.
Offensively, they had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Washington. Calvin Johnson, 59 yards. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Gano now to add the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Taken in at the 3. And no Allen to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff looking right. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I think we've hit that point in the game now where any score you get could be the one that actually wins it. So above all, you want to avoid a turnover that leaves you coming away with nothing.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was a defender who got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close to them throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other. Responsibility he has and how the game flows through him. If he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Okay, give some credit to the team covering the kick, but boy, what was he thinking? Stay in the end zone, take the knee, and help out your offense. Instead, you put your team in a really precarious position.
Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ted Hendricks. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
This is Eric Dickerson, 4-time rushing champ. On the defensive side, tackled by John Randall.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Inside give to Dickerson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. And he's got room. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Eric Dickerson, 63 yards. And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Henry again on 2nd down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Again, it's Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Reggie White on the sack there, showing the explosiveness that led him to the Hall of Fame.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
And they do finally get him at the 12. It's a big play here for Vegas. 43 yards on the ground. Dickerson on the handoff. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Eric Dickerson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Ted Hendricks. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's the Battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Rolling to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40-yard line. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at the 40. They begin with Henry.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, it's going to be Samuel with a run.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Henry up the middle. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 18.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And the Commanders are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
Graham Gano on for the extra point.
And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now Stroud.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by 2-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. First grab for Fitzgerald. He's got a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check smash, check smash.
And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And the catch made by Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be second down. Throwing again is Stroud. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Under pressure, they got him again. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give the offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. John Randall able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Stroud looking to throw. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. Stroud working out of the gun. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Carter. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Stroud will look to throw once more. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
offering. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. A fairly short kick from the 14. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They keep it with Henry on first down. And some room to work. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 104 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Again to Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gano for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Stroud now on 1st and 10. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they're already... With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our...
set for football now on a sunny afternoon in the second city. And off we go from Soldier Field. Fielded right around the 8. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try the right side here with Peyton. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. Now a give. Here's Peyton running left. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. To throw is Fields. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Fields on third down. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. On the give, here comes Peyton. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Walter Payton, 26 yards. And this this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin by running here with Samuel. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back to throw here. Got a man complete, Calvin Johnson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this throw will be intercepted. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. Brian Cushing, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Now a give, it's Peyton. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They run again with Peyton, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. On 3rd down, here's Peyton. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 69 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First and 10 actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mean Joe Green, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Peyton. And some room to maneuver. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Gano the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown! Greg Olsen, as the first half is winding down, and his guys have taken the lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lock. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And this one is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second. Derrick Henry all alone. 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Derrick Henry, 75 yards. And the
the Commanders have come back to make it a 2-point game. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring it down just outside of the 15. Offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They'll stay on the ground. Evans again. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Evans. And he is going to lose yardage here. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Here we go on fourth down. Fields. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. Henry again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point try good by Gano. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Back to the air, Fields on second down.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Fields on first down.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
From the 40 now on second down. Fields flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
He'll get this complete to Walter Payton. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Now it's Fields.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Greg Olsen. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. On first and 10, it's Samuel.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. It's Calvin Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. They convert on third with a gain of 22. The pitch to Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. So possession goes over here on the punt, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. But only able to muster a gain up to the 8-yard line. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. Fields. Flush to his Fields hit and the ball is loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker and just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away. And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Henry. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gano's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance of the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Here's Fields. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Hall of Famer, Junior Seau. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Purdy to throw it on first down. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Purdy. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Now on first down, it's Purdy. He's got Smith here. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Out of the gun, Purdy. This is intercepted. Picked up by two-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. And Charles, it's now a Talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. First play, first pass for Brady. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. John Randall, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. That's caught by his tight end, Shockey.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
In motion right is Hopkins. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And all the way down inside the...
How the game flows through him. If he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And off we go from Denver. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air, escaping the pressure right.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A give to the fullback on the dive. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Working with 2nd and 5 now. He'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On the give, this is their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
They'll give it to Samuel. Room here to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the veteran Richard Sherman. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Ready, set. Track on 80.
Henry up the middle. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the 6-time Pro Bowler Eric Allen. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd and 9 now. Rolling to his right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th. Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
They begin with Henry.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the 6-time Pro Bowler Eric Allen. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as it went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. A first down carry for Henry. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Out of the gun, it's going to be Samuel with a run.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. This is where, fourth quarter.
They're trying to bring people down. 4 quarters worth of pounding. And now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you. And a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Under team. 70,
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Out there set and ready for this next 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the 6-time Pro Bowler Eric Allen. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 12-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished. And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
60
On second down, here's Smith. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. That's Gonzalez. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, this is a new concept. It's third down, but they've got the punt unit on. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Kyle Hamilton picks it.